Breaking news: Nigerians in US secure permission to protest against Tinubu's victory, the 2023 presidential election outcome. Guys, Nigerians living in the United States of America have secured permission from the US government to stage a protest against the outcome of the Nigerians' 2023 presidential election held on February 25th. The Nigerians in the diaspora, under the aegis of the Nigerian-American Coalition for Justice and Democracy, in a memo from the permit granted by the United States Department of the Interior, said that the aim of the protest is to express their displeasure and the rejection of the election. Bola Tinubu of the ruling All Progressive Congress was declared the winner of the election by INEC, and the protest is scheduled to hold on April 3rd, 2023 at Lafayette Park, opposite the White House from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. with an anticipated 100 participants. On the purpose of the protest, the convener, Franklin Ezechukwu, said, Nigerian election was conducted on February 25th, 2023. The institution that conducted the election did not follow their guidelines nor the rule of law in accordance with the democratic principles. We in the diaspora are demonstrating to call the attention of the US government and Joe Biden's administration to not recognize the projected winner. There have been protests and counter-protests over the declaration of Bola Tinubu as the president-elect, and some Nigerians have rejected the outcome of the elections. The former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, who contested the elections under the platform of the People's Democratic Party (PDP), and also the former Anambra State Governor Peter Obi, who contested under the platform of the Labour Party, have separately filed petitions challenging the process and the outcome of the elections. Now, this is really happening. Nigerians in the diaspora, Nigerians outside the country, they have said we want to come out and protest against Tinubu's victory. Even those within the country are already protesting against Tinubu's victory. This is to tell INEC that this process they call election, the presidential election, in fact, was full of so many irregularities, yet some say that the elections was conducted successfully. There was no issues, irrespective of the fact that, yes, they were minor voter suppression and others. But this has become clear that Nigerians within the country, those out of the country, are tired and they are not happy with the results. They are not happy with the way the elections had played out. And they have strongly stated that, see, the results were manipulated. All we want is, we want these elections to be cancelled and there should be a re-election. That is what the PDP had stated when they staged a protest at the INEC headquarters in Abuja, and most Nigerians have gone ahead to protest against INEC. Some have protested against the victory of Bola Tinubu. Meanwhile, the APC camp will say that all these protesters are from the Labour Party, are the supporters of the Labour Party. But I'm telling you that this is not a matter of a political party. This is not a matter of ethnicity, because some will say, those protesting are those from the southeast. They are the Igbos who are protesting because they want their brother to be in seats. No, far from that. Let's call a spade, because it is so clear that most Nigerians, be you the Yoruba, be you the Hausa, the Fulani, or whatever, from any ethnic group you are from, they have really condemned these elections, to the extent that those living out of the country that did not even participate in the election, so they not suffer waiting we suffer, but yet they have seen that these elections was full of a lot of irregularities, starting with the intense voter suppression. I mean, go to Lagos, we saw what happened there. We no need to talk that one. We see with our crow eyes wetin happen for Lagos, not to talk about the other things that had played out in other states, where there was intense rigging, and then you see how INEC officials manipulated the results themselves. This is too much to bear. And Nigerians in the diaspora have said enough is enough. We are going to stage a protest against Tinubu's victory. We are going to do this. No peace without justice. The APC-led government should know this and know peace. If Nigeria was important to them, they would have come back home to vote, or they would have come back home to protest. I mean, what a country we call Nigeria. I weep for this nation, oh. Where is our sense of justice and good reasoning? Protest in US against Tinubu victory, and after, they will come back and start saying that the US and the UK are their main problem. Stop worrying yourself. The swearing in is our major concern. God Almighty will not allow Tinubu to rule this country. He did not win, so he cannot force himself on Nigerians. We must never allow a thief and a drug baron to become the president of this country. The Igbo people of Nigeria want to protest just to force P2B on Nigeria against the winner. Guys, these are reactions from Nigerians. So my country people, what are your thoughts concerning this? Because with the look of things, it is so clear, even within the country and out of the country. Okay, why is it that world leaders have refused to congratulate Bola Tinubu as the president-elect? Because till date, Bola Tinubu is yet to receive a congratulatory message from Mr. Joe Biden. And most of us might be asking ourselves, why? Why is it that they have not congratulated Bola Tinubu? Maybe they have seen that these elections, in fact, wasn't free and fair. And the process was manipulated by INEC and by most of our leaders and by most of our politicians. They have seen that this election was not an election. Instead, it was a selection. That is why they have withheld their congratulatory messages. Maybe that is why. Because they don't want to associate themselves with the electoral process in Nigeria to the extent of going ahead and congratulating Bola Tinubu when they know that, in fact, these elections, was against the wishes of the people. The result was against the wishes of the people. It did not reflect the wishes of the people. Maybe that is why they did not, send a congratulatory message to Bola Tinubu. And to date, the APC are still begging world leaders that they should please, come and send Bola Tinubu a congratulatory message, so that Nigerians will know that, yes, they recognize Tinubu as the president-elect, my country people. This is really so serious. So, guys, what are your thoughts concerning this? I'm dropping here, guys. Kindly share your thoughts concerning this in the comment section down below. Thank you. Bye for now.